gon' talk. Tamaya gon' talk about Tamaya.
Hello. Welcome to the Tamaya Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about no incident report. Okay, what that is and what that means. No incident report is this. What is an incident report? An incident report means you had something happen, an infraction, an injustice, something you felt was noteworthy to tell somebody or report. And you told them, you said, something happened and I want to report an incident. Well, no incident report is the opposite, where something happened and you said, I'm not going to tell. I don't want to create a report and I won't say anything. That is what is the problem. No incident report. If there's something that's happened to you in your life, and we can all just take a minute and get it in our mind where it happened, and it happened and it was hard, it was negative, and it was terrible, and it's something that affected you deeply, but you didn't tell anybody and you didn't create an incident report. Why? It was whatever it was for you. It was personal reasons. You were mad, sad, ashamed, or afraid, but you didn't get any help. No incident report. So I'm talking to the people specifically who had to endure pain, negativity, and injustice, and not create an incident report to help advocate for you to say, we're sorry this happened, this shouldn't have happened, you definitely shouldn't be dealing with this, and this isn't good. We should have it on record, it should be filed, and everyone should know what happened to you, but we don't. There is no incident report. So what we're dealing with is people who didn't say anything. Okay, that's so much different than the people who did. We have no record of an injustice that happened to you and it affected you deeply. So now we need to start to talk about that, the consequences, the ramifications, the outcomes of things who have happened to people, good people, nice, all American citizens. Everything was going well. And now there was an incident that happened and we didn't report it. And now you've had to deal with it all by yourself with no help, no compassion, no support, no justice. And now we have no record of it. That is not good and that is not fair. But that has happened to so many people in the millions throughout history. Slavery is a good example. All levels of human pain, suffering, and trauma are a good example of why we need to teach people to be better thinkers and be nicer to each other. Because when you tear people down and you let injustices happen, little by little, it starts to erode everyone and everything. So we need an incident report for everything. It doesn't matter how small it was. If it happened to you and it was unfavorable, we want to write it down. Who was it? What happened? And what time? We want to get a log. We want locations because we want to start to bring accountability. That's what was missing. And now that I think about it, without incident reports, we don't bring any accountability. And without accountability, we won't have any change. You can throw that out the window. So the main problem is we need to start reporting things and encouraging people to report things and say, no, you shouldn't have to deal with that. First of all, you try to deal with it, but you're still mad. You're still angry. You're still negative. I mean, yeah, no incident report, but look at all the pain and suffering. Everybody for generations and generations has to deal with your anger, pain, resentment, and depression and rage. I mean, are we ever going to have a good day? Sometimes we need to go to Red Lobster and chill. We cannot continue to be mad. It's hard. But we have to start creating incident reports. What that'll do is it'll bring accountability because no one wants to be exposed. And when you put a historical record out there, people start to change up. Oh, I'll do it, but I don't want you to tell anybody. No, tell people. Let's put it out there. Let's shine some light on it. Get it out in the open. That's the only way we can get better and start to deal with it. We're going to create incident reports. It happened, and we don't want it to happen anymore. So what do we need to do to change things? So we want to just kind of bring attention to everybody who's dealt with something that was bigger than life and you didn't tell anybody. Sometimes people dealt with it for a day, a week, a month, or a year, or years, or a lifetime, or still dealing with it. Be it a cousin, uncle, friend, father, mother, grandma, grandpa, it doesn't matter because I've heard it all. But when something has happened to you and it hurts and it's sad and it's negative and people aren't comfortable talking about it on the regular because you didn't create an incident report, they start to label you as weird or uncomfortable or crazy. No, you're not. You just didn't create an incident report. So you can create one now and let everybody know, hey, when I was young, Uncle Bobo did this, or Auntie Gina did this, or whoever they were. The point is this. Make it real. Make it something that you can deal with and you can handle. Create an incident report and give yourself justice to let you know, okay, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be big, but it doesn't have to be small either. So learning and teaching yourself how to grow and how to get out of that, to say, okay, it did happen, but I am better for it. I do have something to say about it, and I have learned a lot from it. It's made me better in my thinking. It's made me more compassionate in my ways. And it's made me an overall better friend, because I realize you never know who's dealing with what, and you never know what a person went through. So continue to speak life, to be happy, to give joy and peace to your friends, and continue to work on it. Thank you.
We gon' talk about it. Tamaya. We gon' talk about it. Tamaya. We gon' talk. Tamaya gon' talk about it. We gon' talk. Tamaya gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about it. Tamaya. We gon' talk about it. Tamaya. We gon' talk.